completing this operation analysis. It is the stage where we have been including only the functions or the resources within which organization is existing. Second, it is going to collect the information. Whatever the resource which is available for us, it is always based upon that resources. It is going to collect the information. So different types of methods of collection will be there, which is depend upon the operational. In all the cases, strategic methods is the outline first and foremost method, which is going to help us. So all the data which is collected is going to provide the key insights, and it is going to give the actual performance in compared to that of your strategic performance. Then after gathering the information, then we need to find a gap analysis. This whatever the information we have found out, where we are going to analyze some gap. So this gap is going to identify and report the performance, cost, benefits, which are being based upon these actual performance of the data. So we have gathered the data, and the last step, we are going to identify the gap. Then whatever the gap which have been identified is we are going to reporting the performance of the costs and the benefits, which is according to the actual performance data. This is the process for conducting of our operational analysis. This is the process where we are again conducting of our operational process. The next one is your financial process. What is financial analysis? Preparation of financial account is not at all the end of any accounting procedure. It is not it is followed by the analysis of these finances. So what are these things? The main process of reviewing and analyzing the company's financial statements, which have been mentioned, whatever may be the things, either the company is in a better economical conditions or not, it has to analyze and review the company's financial positions. So in simple words, the process of determining the financial strength and weaknesses of the entire organizations, and it has to give a relationship between the balance sheet, profit and loss account, and other financial statement is called your financial analysis. Got it? Yes. So what is the main tools and techniques which you have been using in financial analysis? What are the main tools and techniques you can use for this financial analysis? Means how I can analyze financial analysis of a company. So first tool is that budgeting, pricing analysis, evaluating cost, cash flow statement, performance analysis, income ratio. Lots of tools and techniques will be available. So it is entirely based upon the nature of the organization and size of the organization, where the particular company is going to adopt the particular financial tool and technique. Got it? So first one is a budgeting. Budgeting is one of the tool where financial analysis of the strategic management is going to be analyzed. It is going to create the budget for the coming year. Next year, next academic or next financial year, it is going to create some kind of a budget, where management is going to conduct the budget variance analysis, which is determine the previous year's budgets and that may be accurate or not. So why? What is the reason that it has not yet given the best results compared to that of a previous one? So it will be giving the comparison between the last year and this year, and it is also going to estimate the coming year budgets also. This is a one way where we can analyze the financial analysis. Next, pricing analysis. Not all the products is going to generate the higher sales volumes. Is it not? At high prices or low prices, whatever may be the things. So it is entirely based to depend upon the elasticity of the demand of the products at different prices. So projections, which is going to affect the price increases or decreases, it is going to help the managers to create the strategic planning. So whatever may be the things, is that manager is going to determine how this strategies is going to give an effect on the gross profits. So how this pricing is going to give an effect on the gross profit will be analyzed with the help of your pricing analysis. Next, cost. With the help of cost also. It is also one more technique for financial business, which is going to calculate overall overheads and the production cost. Overhead cost, production cost, these are the direct expenses which is related to make your products, such as the suppliers, that may be labor, machine, manpower, packing, all these things. Once the management has known about this overhead cost and production cost, it can easily determine the cost per unit at different levels of the production. This is also very much helping for the organization in setting up the price, and can tell the management team if it is needed to undertake any kind of a cost containment as one of the strategies or not, which is always help for the improve the profitability position of the company. Okay. Next, cash flow statement. As you all know, cash will be considering as one of the powerful blood flow for the organization. So most probably it having a trouble paying their bills if they do not coordinate any kind of a recipient or receivables for the things. So it will include managing the cash flows, ensuring the companies having enough cash or not, or they are in a situation to pay any credit bills or not. So these are all the things which include setting the procedure for issuing the credit to the customers, negotiation, credit terms, suppliers, maintaining the cash reserves. It will helpful for the prevention of loss, accessing to the suppliers and the materials. Next, performance analysis. So performance analysis is entirely depend upon the buying of another company or shutting down of a divisions, whatever may be the things which is there. Either we have been buying the things or we are shutting down a divisions. So management is going to review the performance of the business or divisions, which is always helps to determine not only profitable performance, but also financial effects on the rest of the companies also. Next, with the help of income statement, cash flow statement, ratio analysis, and future performance also, we can determine the financial analysis of the organizations. So these are the different techniques, which is with tools and techniques, which is available for the financial analysis. So apart from these, also we will be having different types of ratio analysis, that is gross profit ratio, sales performance ratios, etc., etc. So it is entirely depend upon the organization size and natures. They are going to use the financial analysis tools and techniques. Next is your value chain analysis. Value, the name itself is giving a description that it is one of the most important strategic management models, which is going to undertake to evaluate the company's value chain elements. So already whatever the things which have been done in the operational management, apart from these, it is going to add the brief description about this block, whatever the things. So it should always see that the concept of this value has been prioritized by the different models and methodicals where they have been inspecting the firm's performance to provide its product to the customers. So here, as we all know, how a company creates a value and looking for ways to add more values and critical elements in developing competitive strategy. So it is a way to usually analyze a company's business activities to see how the company is going to create a competitive advantage for itself. So it is helps the companies understand how it is add values to something and subsequently how it can sell its products and services for more than the cost of adding the value, thereby generating a profit margin. So in simple terms, we can say they can run effectively the value obtained, which should give a cost of running. Customers should return to the organization and transact freely and willingly. Simply, whatever the things we have been delivering to the customers, customer has to feel satisfied, and again they have to return back to buy our product and freely and willingness to buy the product. This is called, in this way we are going to creating the value chain analysis for our products. So what is the basic concepts of your value chain analysis means? We are having the two activities, that is primary activities and secondary activities. Primary activities is directly concerned with the creating and delivering a product, which is grouped into 5 main areas, that is inbound logistics, operationals, outbound logistics, marketing, sales, and services. So with all these things, we can link up to support the activities which helps to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of the organizations. Next, supporting activities. These are the activities which is going to assist the primary activities in helping the organization for achieving its competitive advantage. So there are 4 main areas for supporting these activities, that is procurement, technology development, that is including the R&D, human resource, and infrastructures. These are the 4 areas which is going to covering the supporting activities of the value chain analysis. Strategic formulation. The next concept will be of strategic formulation. Strategic formulation, the primary goal of any strategic management is to enable the organizations which is going to adapt the changes in the environment in such a way the success of organization and the long-term survival of the organization is ensured. So in an organization area where a competition is constantly increasing, success and survival is always depend upon the attainment of the competitive advantage. So here, if you look at these things, so what are the different various strategies formulated has been organized by the organizations? So broadly, we can categorize as the grand strategies and generic strategies. Grand strategy is the type of a strategies which helps in achieving the organization objectives. Its objective is to show the direction to the business firms to achieve firm's objective. So these grand strategies are corporate level strategies and are being formulated by the top level managers, most probably the CEO of the organization. So generic strategy is that type of strategies which helps to create the strong competition positions in the terms of cost and differentiation. What is this? Its main objective is to create the strong competitive position, attract existing new and competitors customers, and finally it is always increase profitability. So these are the things which is going to mainly learn in addition to the giving an introduction about the grand strategies, as which is going to create an awareness in the stabilities as well as the offer. So business level strategies. Business level strategy is a plan of action that strategic managers is going to adopt to use a company's resources and distinct competence to gain the competitive advantage over its rivals in the market or industries. The process of defining this business involves decision about the customer's needs, what it is to be satisfied, customers group or who is going to be satisfied, and the distinct competencies, how the customers are going to be enabled to satisfy. These are all the things will be going to based upon the choice of business level strategies. So these are all the most probably they will be competing with that of the rivals, how they are going to be compete with that of things and how they are going to gain a competitive advantage. So in what way they are being analyzing means with the help of taking three important decisions. They will be analyzing with the help of taking three important decisions. That is, first they are going to be take the decisions which is related to the customer needs and product differentiation. First, they are going to be analyzing the customer needs. First, they need to know about what are the desires, wants, needs, cravings of the customers based upon the characteristics of the customers and the products and things only. They will be identifying the customers' needs and they are going to differentiate their product with that of their competitors. Why? Because they have to always gain a competitive advantage over the rivals. So that's why first they will be giving a support and first they will be concentrating on the customer needs and they are going to create a product differentiation with that of their products, competitor products, which is going to always satisfy the customers. This is the primary foremost decisions which is going to taken in the business level strategies. Then afterwards, they are going to take a decision that is customer groups and market segmentation. Then how they are going to do the customer segmentations, how they will market segmentation is the way a company is going to decide the group customers, which is based upon the important difference that may be needs, preference, orders, range, whatever may be the things. So they are going to segregate the market into a different types of segmentations and they are going to categorize the customer based upon the requirement of the things. Example, see here, high class people are going to purchase a Mercedes Benz and lower middle class people are going to purchase a second level type of things and SUVs, Toyotas. These are all the things. So based upon the categorizations of the group of the customers itself only, they are going to designing the product and they are going to market the segmentation. Then afterwards, distinctive competence. So here the third level strategies is going to analyzing about the pursuing the satisfying customers' needs and customer groups based upon the distinctive competence, which is entirely depend upon the superior efficiency, quality, innovations, and responsiveness towards the customers. So these are the companies where they are going to pursue a business level strategies, which is going to gain a competitive advantage that enables them to perform the rivals and achieve the all the other competitive advantage goals. So these are the three important business level strategic business decisions, which is helping for them to analyze the business analysis. Next, what is the meaning of generic strategies? Generic strategies. If the primary determinants of for a firm's profitability is the attractiveness of the industries in which it is operates, and secondary one is the important determinant which is going to give positions. So even though the industry may have below average profitability, a firm is optimally positioned which is generate the superior returns. So the finally a firm's positions itself is the leverages to its strength. So according to the applying the strength either in a wider or a narrow band, these generic strategies is going to differentiate and have focusing on the cost leaderships and differentiations. So if you look at the different types of business level strategies, we can consider as a focused cost leaderships, focused differentiation, and differentiation strategies. So when we are been looking at these types of business level strategies, we have to know about the cost leader strategy. Cost leader strategy. A company's goal in pursuing a cost strategies is to outperform competitions by doing everything, whatever the company can do it, performance or services. So it is always has two advantage, which is going to acquire the cost strategy. First, lower the cost, and the cost leader is able to charge a lower prices than that of a competitors. That is going to make the same level of a profit. If the company interest is going to charge a similar price of that product, then the cost leader still make a higher profit than that of his competitors because of the lower cost. And the next second one, if the rivals within the industries creates a company to start up compete on price, the cost leader will always enable to withstand the competitions. This is the way they have to create a cost leadership strategies. The most important powerful techniques where they are going to implement these things. Next, differentiation strategies. How they are going to create the differentiation strategies. Always the generic differentiation strategies is to achieve a competitive advantage, which is going to create the product, then that it is perceived by the customers. The differentiated product ability is to satisfy the customer's needs in a way that it is competitors cannot mean that the company can charge a premium price. Means always we have to see that it has to differentiate our product with that of your company's competitors' products. If the differentiation should be created, then only the company is going to attract the customers, and they are going to give a justification for this differentiation strategies. The ability to increase the revenues by charging premium prices is going to allow the differentiation to outperform its competitors and gain above average profits. This is the things where they are going to differentiate the products. Example, if cars are made by the Mercedes-Benz and BMW and Lexus commands, it has in the premium prices because the customer perceive that the luxuries and prestiges of owning these vehicles are something worth paying for this. So the example, one more thing, the name for the Rolex, which is very much famous for the watches, jewels, and airplanes like this. These are all the commandable premium prices because of their differentiated qualities. It is always going to give a differentiation things. And what are the prerequisites which is there for adopting this differentiation strategies means first one is a product differentiation, innovation, and finally appeal of the customers. Always product differentiation. 99% of the customers will be that it should always have to differentiate their product with that of their other competitor products. Example, Procter and Gamble is going to create a product qualities is high than that of the other things. IBM is going to provide the quality-based services well trained for these things. And the next one is innovation. It is very much important for the high technique products, which is going to give a few features and the sources of the differentiation. Lastly, based upon the customer's products appeal to the customer, which is entirely depend upon the psychological results, which is going to become a sources of differentiations. So it is always depend on the psychological factors of the things. So always the company has to pursue these differentiation strategies, which is going to be done itself along with many dimensions which has been possible in the organization. The less it resembles it rivals, the more will protect it from the competitions and the wider will be there. So these are the differentiation strategies which are going to adopted by the companies where we are going to have it, adopting the things for the differentiation. Next, grand strategies. Grand strategies, I'll be giving the descriptions. Grand strategies. So grand strategies are the corporate level strategies, which is designed to identify the firm's choice with respect to the directions which is going to accomplish, followed by the companies for setting up the object. One minute. Next concept is your what are the four different types of grand strategic alternatives which is available to the organization in order to realize the organization's long-term objectives. First, stability strategies, expansion strategies, reinvention strategies, and combination strategies. So first, stability strategy is the corporate strategies where the companies is going to concentrate on maintaining its current and marketing positions. And a company is going to adopt such approaches, which is going to mainly focusing on its existing product and the market. So here we are going to be introducing not only the new products, but also maintaining the market share as well as the more product development in the stability strategies. Coming to the expansion strategy, the name itself is giving a description, that is, it is going to adopt when the organization is going to make an attempt to achieve a higher growth as compared to that of your past achievements. Compared to that of past performance, it is going to adopt the higher ones. This strategies is going to adopt by those where the manager is having a higher degree of achievements and the recognitions. Next, re-entrenchment strategies. It is a corporate level strategies that aims to reduce the size and diversity of the organization's operations. So when at the times when it becomes ensured an organization financial stabilities, it is mainly done by reducing the expenditures based upon the concentration of the expenditure. It will be done, and it is going to design the organization's basic distinctive competitiveness. Combination strategies, it is always make sure the use of another grand strategies, that is maybe stability, expansion, or rearrangement simultaneously. It is a combination of any grand strategies used by the organization in different who is this? It is always help in organizations. At the same time, it will be make sure that the different times in a different times, which is going to aim to improve its efficiency, that is called as a combination strategies. So these are the things which will be there for the grand strategies. And stability strategies, you can expect this is for the short answer. So stability strategies where the organization is going to attempt and maintain its correct positions and focus not only on the incremental improvement, but also changing one or more of its business operations perspective of the customers groups, customers functions, and technological, whatever may be the things. So generally the stabilities analysis, stability strategies is going to adopt by the firms that are the risk adverse, usually small scale businesses. Marketing conditions are not at all favorable in that, then the firms is itself satisfied with that of its performance, that will be not make any kind of a significant change in its business operations. So what are the main reasons which will be there for the adoption of this stability strategy? Means if the firm plans to consolidate its positions in the industries, then it is going to operate the things. In case a country in which the companies operate is facing resistance or slowdown, then the company wants to save cash rather than of expense for the expansion purpose. Then the company or the industries in which the firm's functions have its maturity, it's going to hit the maturity, then there is no more scope for its growth. Another scenario is that when the cost of expansion is less than that of your gains from the risk. And if the management is happy with that of a current market position, then the level of profit is going to be achieved. Then if the risk averse management may also favorable in such a strategies, then there is a reasons for adoption of your stability strategy. And always a company can also choose these strategies post mergers. In such a case, the strategies allows a smooth transactions with the newly entity before the company start make sure to do. So finally, when a family-owned business may decide a slowdown in adverse making and market decisions, then they are going to avoid such a loss by financial controls. So what are the different types of stability strategies? First one, no change strategies, modest growth strategies, sustainable profitabilities, and pause or proceed caution strategies. These are the different types of stability strategies which will be there. Next, expansion strategies. Expansion, it is a synonym where we are giving a further growth strategy. So a firm seeks to achieve is faster growth, compete, achieve higher profits, grow a brand, capitalize on economics of scales, have greater impact, and occupy a larger market share. So this may entitle acquiring more market share through the traditional competitive strategies. So when the company is going to enter a new markets, targets a new market segments, offering a new products or services, which is going to expanding and improving the current operations. This expansion strategies is always adopted by the organization and expanding, improving the current positions, where the company is going to make an attempt to achieve the highest growth rate as that compared to the past one. So if you look at the things, here we are having a framework for the expansion strategies, which will be giving an explanation about the expansion through the concentration, expansions through the diversification, expansion through the integration, expansion through the corporations, and expansion through the internationalizations. This is a conceptual frameworks where we can see that the expansion strategies where are things which will be there. So the principal concept of this strategies is to identify the industry or the industries where the company should participate in maximizing long-term profit. whatever may be the strategies and whatever may be the strategy adoptions we have been taking in the strategic management, always it has to be seen that the long run profits, long run profitability analysis has to be done. A company has several options where they are going choosing which industries is going to company. So what are the things which is that? The expansion through the concentration is the first level form of expansion grant strategies, which mainly involves in investments of resources in the product line or catering the needs of the identified market with the help of proven and tested technology. It mainly involves in focusing the results, resources, allocations, and operational efficiency as one of the most select group of business where it is going to be dealing with competing in one or single industries. So what are the main aspects of these things means here we are having the four sub strategies, that is market penetration, market development, product developments, horizontal integrations. So here, if you look at these things, these are the foremost four subcategorizations of concentrations where it will be dealing. Market penetrations is gaining an additional share of an organization. It is always gain an additional share of an organization which is going to exist in the market by utilizing the existing products. Market development is to sell the existing products in a new market. Where we have been selling the products, existing products in the new market, already the products which is there in our hands, but we have been selling to the new market. This is called as a market development. Product development is that building and selling a new product to already existing market. New products we have been selling to the already existing market is a product development. Existing product to the new market is called as a product development. These are the four categorizations of the things. So how we are going to developing these strategies? If the firms is like to invest in most of the things where they have been expertising the organization structures and gain in-depth knowledge about one or more business things. So whatever may be changes in the market, either that may be a price fluctuations, customer sentiments, new values, whatever, it may always cause the strategies to be in an unsuccessful way. So further, any huge investment which is made in a particular business is may always suffer losses due to the interventions of new technologies, market fluctuations, and all the things. These are all the things which is related to your concentration strategies. Next one is diversification strategies. Diversification, diversify. The name is giving a description, diversify. It's a process where entering one or more industry that are giving a difference or difference distinction between the companies core or original industries in order to find the different way which is going to use in a different competencies. Always it is going to increase the values to its customers of the products and those sort of industry. A diversified company is one which is going to always operates in two or more industries. Why? Because the name itself is that is a diversification, means it always it will be working its operations and functions in a more than two industries, which is always gives a way and find to increase the long run profitability. So in each industry's company centers its establishment and operating divisions or business unit, which is essentially a self-contained company. So what is the main reasons for this behind this diversification means it always is to increase the profitability. Diversification strategies is always enables the companies, it individual business units and perform one or more value chain functions, either that may be a lower cost or in the way or the results which is the higher one. So the diversification strategies is the strategy that the organization adopts for the development of the business. This strategies involves winding the scope of the organization across the different products and market sectors. So it is a part of the four main growth strategies which has been defined by the different matrix levels that may be BCG matrix levels already have learned in the previous class. So in these things, it will be giving a product from three concentration penetration, that is market penetration, product development, and market development. So as all we know, these are the three strategies are usually pursued with the same technical, financial, and merchandise resources, which is used original product line, where the diversification usually requires an organization to acquire new skills and new technological things, which is very much helpful for the things. Mergers and acquisitions. An entrepreneur may grow his or her business either by the internal expansion or by the external expansions. So mergers or acquisitions. So its merger is a strategies in which two or more companies are agreeing to integrate their operation on a relative or equal basis. There are few true mergers because one party is usually dominant in regards to the market share of the other firms. Two companies are coming together and they are been clubbing together and they are becoming one more company is called as your mergers. Usually one party is been playing a dominant role to regards to that of the market share of the other company. This is called as a merger. When as coming to the acquisition, acquisition is a strategy through which one company firms buy the controlling or 100% interest of the another firms with the intent of making the acquired firm a subsidiary subunit as its portfolio. So it is going to acquire the acquisition control of the other country's 100% things. Next one is a takeover. It is a special type of acquisition strategies wherein the target firms does not solicit its acquisition firms at it. So the number of unsolicited takeovers bids increase in the economy down to that effect from the 2001 to 2002. So because the poorly managed firms that are been undervalued relative to their assets and more easily identified, many of the companies are takeover attempt not to desired by the target firm's managers and are referred to the holistads. So what are the different types of mergers will be there? First one is your horizontal mergers and the vertical merger, concentrate merger and colmagrate merger. Horizontal mergers are the combination of firms engaged in the same business. Whatever the companies have been merging together, they are been under the same level of business unit. Means they are been engaged in same levels of the things. Then it's called horizontal merger. Vertical one, vertical mergers are the combination of different firms engaged in activities complemented to each other. Either that may be like the supply of raw materials, production of goods, and marketing. So these are the examples of the combination of engaged in mining of iron and ore and iron and steel and company. These are the examples for the vertical mergers where they will be having a combination of different firms engaging with the different activities. Next, concentrate mergers. Concentrate mergers are the combination of firms related to each other in terms of customer groups and customer functions. They have been relating to the customer groups and customer functions and alternatively technology. For example, of that, producing the televisions, washing machines, kitchen appliances. These are all will come under the concentric merger. Polymigrate mergers, these are the mergers combination of firms unrelated to each other. They are not at all related to each other. They will be entirely different from the different sources. So that may be related to the customer groups, customer functions, alternate technology, whatever. So the combinations for these polymigrate mergers examples are the publishing company or the automobile company. Right? These are the about the mergers, acquisition. We have said in a simple term, one company is going to purchase the another company that maybe uses acquisition in two ways to strengthen its competitive position in an existing company by purchasing competence, or it enter into a new business or new market. So here the company always having a preference of acquisition as they are been entering into more, they feel the need to move on fast. So acquisitions may be preferred to entry mode, which is industry is going to enter into well-established and incubate companies, which is always enjoy the significant protection for the barrier to enter. So it will whatever the barriers to enters arising from the factors which are associated with the product differentiations or absolute cost advantage, whatever may be the things, it always has to be acquired and find entering an industry through the internal in new venturing, which is going to create a difficulty. A company may enter to a construct to an efficient scale manufacturing plant, which is going to undertake a massive advertisements, which is going to give an expansions. So what are the different types of acquisition means? Horizontal acquisition, vertical and related. Horizontal, the company acquisition of a company competing in the same industries. How the mergers will be there with the same industries in the same thing. Acquisition is also related with the same industries acquiring firms related to the horizontal analysis. So a firm's market power is going to exploiting the cost-based and revenues and strategies. So research suggests that the horizontal acquisition is going to result in higher performance when the firms having similar characteristics. Examples, similar characteristics include the strategies or managerial styles, resource allocation pattern, whatever may be the thing. The similarities will be there in between the two companies where they are going to acquire with each other. Vertical, the opposite of that, where the firms acquiring or suppliers, distributors, one or more for its goods and services. The vertical integrated through these types of acquisition that controls additional parts of the value chain. So that may be related to the having the digital printings or whatever they have been acquiring in a different things way that is related to the vertical acquisitions. Related acquisitions, mostly highly related industries refer to the related acquisitions. The main business has been saying the selling the computer workstations and servers. However, Suns is going to performance has suffered because of the severe server has business highly competitive because of their increasing storage that will be needing readiness accessible by the servers. So these related acquisitions means whatever the related performance which is there. Very good examples for this is the Sun Microsoft companies where they're going to be acquiring the related acquisition things where they have been having the highly related industries which is going to related to the performance. So these are the acquisition classification and the remaining acquisition related things we are being continuing in the next class, ma. Okay, I'll be continuing the acquisitions parts in the next class. I'm stopped sharing here my screen. Fine. Okay. Done with the class for today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Can leave.
ఎప్పటికీ మిమ్మల్ని మర్చిపోలేదు వస్తానమ్మా